Hello, sorry, just wanted to leave you there listening to the music for a little bit. Welcome to what I would define as probably one of the best, if not the best role-playing game ever made. This is Mass Effect 2. And we're going to get into a lore run, where we're going to talk about the story, characters, themes, writing, the development, everything that went into making this what it is what we're going to be going over during our playthrough here. Just wondering if it's going to log me in automatically. Hopefully it will. One thing I've noticed about this game is that it's incredibly hard to get to get all of your things downloaded, all of your extra content. But hey, just double check everything's working fine. Yep, seems like it. There you go. So, Mass Effect 2 came out very, very soon, only 18 months, just over 18 months after Mass Effect 1. And it was the first game made under the BioWare umbrella after the acquisition from EA in a real sense. EA had been publishing Mass Effect games and that BioWare game for a while now. And it was in the period between, just as Mass Effect was coming out and between Mass Effect 1 and 2, where BioWare was bought out by Electronic Arts, who are known as a rather controversial, shall we say, evil overlord presence. And EA are obviously known for shutting down really talented developers. What they will tend to do is they'll take over a development studio, they'll give them work that they're not normally able to do, and when they fail they close the studio. That's normally how things go. So say EA takes over a studio that is really good at making racing games. Well, good luck, son, because EA is taking you over and now you're going to be making the FIFA franchise, which is a football game and has all different things going on in it. And by the way, if it fails, it's your fault, and we're not going to give you hardly any resources and you've got to get it out tomorrow. That sort of a thing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a BioWare apologist. BioWare have shot themselves in the foot more times than EA have ever done it to them. BioWare have had more leeway and wiggle room from EA than any other company that EA has ever bought. They are the golden boys over there. They have gotten, from every single interview I have read, every bad decision they have made over the past 6 years has been BioWare's decision, not EA's. EA certainly push you in a certain direction every now and again. They want multiplayer in the game, for instance. Apart from that, though, BioWare have been given a pretty big leash to go and make their games. I'm just getting this out the way now so you know my opinion on things before we even start. The BioWare that we have now is not the BioWare who made Mass Effect 2. It's just not. They're completely different companies. There was an exodus of staff after, all through the years, especially after Mass Effect 3. If you wonder why Andromeda's so much worse, if you wonder why, well, it's because the developers who are making those games are nowhere near as talented as the ones who made games like this. The writers who wrote those games are nowhere near as talented as the writers who wrote games like this, because those writers, most of them, do not work for BioWare anymore. And that is one of two reasons mainly. Number one is the industry is just moving on, and so when you're partnered with EA, when you're under the thumb of EA, there's certain things you just can't do that writers want to do, and that's when they're expressing themselves. And number two, the culture at BioWare is now completely different. It's very, very left wing. When I say left wing, BioWare used to be old school left wing. You could feel that in their writing, you could feel it in the way they went about certain things. The old BioWare, the Baldur's Gate BioWare, the Dragon Age Origins BioWare, the Mass Effect 1 and 2 BioWare, they were all guys who were brought up. These are not games made by millennials, okay? I'm not saying all millennials are bad, because I am one. I'm not saying they're terrible. But I'm saying that there is a definite tonal shift as the games go on. They get more and more flaccid. Okay, the BioWare's product has become more and more like a vanilla wafer. You know, there's nothing to it. There's no spice. It's just flaccid. Everyone is okay. Everyone is in a utopia. Everyone is, you know, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. There's no risks anymore. There's no interest anymore. There's no passion anymore. It's just everybody must be nice to everybody else. And Mass Effect and Dragon Age are those are two settings that mostly get it right. I'm fearing for the next Dragon Age because Mass Effect Andromeda was an absolute abortion of a game, and that's where I stand. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. It'd be lovely if you stuck around, but obviously I know not everyone has that opinion, and that's just how it is, and that's fine. You can have your opinion, I'll have mine. Mine is that the current state of BioWare is abysmal, and that they are going to be probably taken behind the bike shed and put a bullet in the brain by EA pretty soon. I'm surprised it's not happened already, and it's a real shame that this developer's no longer around, let's be honest. And even if BioWare stays for the next 50 years, this developer, the guys who made this game, this developer is still no longer around. Okay, this isn't... There should be BioWare and BioWare Plus. And I say the word plus, ironically. This is BioWare. What we have now is BioWare Plus. Yeah. So, I'm going to carry on straight from where we left off last time. I generally don't play Paragon or Renegade. I play whatever I want to do, essentially. I generally... I generally play it as I want to. A lot of people in the first game will say that you need to be Paragon or Renegade, or you're not going to get some of the really cool dialogue choices, which is true. But the only one really that you don't get is the one with Seren at the end of Mass Effect 1. If you don't go all Renegade or all Paragon, and that's no big loss. You know, it just means you fight him for a bit, and he doesn't kill himself. So I don't really agree with that. I think the Paragon Renegade thing is actually quite a novel and quite a neat idea, and it fits Mass Effect. You know, it doesn't fit Dragon Age, which is why there should not be a dialogue wheel in Dragon Age. But the dialogue wheel, it fits Mass Effect. It's fine. So essentially, Mass Effect 2 is the Mass Effect game that was made with EA's money, but without EA's input. So this is what happens when you give very, very, very talented people a lot of money and little oversight. Yeah, if they've got a vision and they've got money and not that much oversight, the only oversight EA gave them was a structure. Said you got to get the game up by this point, and this is what we should be hitting in terms of, you know, the tone of the story and what we want to happen. You know, not story, but the general tone of the game, and generally, you know what's cool right now. This is the Gears of War generation, after all, and when this game came out, and BioWare took that, they ran with it, and they made this game. So let's check it out. If you want to see, you know, obviously this is basically Mass Effect 1 with a whole load of budget thrown in, and generally just, hey, you know, you guys go out and make this game, you know, make a game. I want to look at the options, please. Look at the graphics. Make sure everything's okay. Yeah, the film grain effect is still there in the game. I don't use it. It's not really my thing. But anyway, import ME1 character, Denton Shepard. Do this. I'm going to shut up for a bit as you watch the intro. Okay, no, I'm not. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll go for normal. Auto level up, off, cool. Subtitles, no. Yeah, go on. We'll have some subtitles. Squad power usage, autosave, yes. End turn 37. It's not too bad for a one playthrough. Vanguard, Renegade. Okay. Erdnot, Rex survived. Colonel Linker died. Console's lost. There's one thing that happens quite a lot is I'm actually a member of the Mass Effect group online, and a lot of people in there say you should save the council and you're stupid if you don't. That's wrong. from a military standpoint, anyone in this situation that you were in at the end of Mass Effect 1 would sacrifice the council, and that's because you're given three choices. You're given sacrifice the council, save the council, or a middle option, which is focus your fire on Harbinger. Yeah, I always choose, and if you go back and watch my previous law run of Mass Effect 1, I always choose focus your fire on Harbinger, which is the clear military strategy that you should do, which anyone would do. Because if you've been fighting this entire game to make sure that the Reapers can't come back, to make sure that the threat to galactic civilization is no longer there, if you're given the chance to either do that with minimal loss of life, or go and save these people who have been denying you and basically antagonists to you the entire game with your forces that could then get wiped out by Harbinger, you would choose the first one as a military commander. If you wouldn't choose the first one, you shouldn't be in command, because being in command is about making tough decisions, and that is a tough decision. Yeah? And it's the right one. You're holding your forces, you're making sure you kill this thing with minimal loss of life. If you go in there and try and be the hero, I mean, even Liara, who's like the most xenophile of your crew, says, if you don't sacrifice the council, she says, I don't think that's right. I think you should. And one of her race is on the council, and she said, I don't think you should. Whereas the people who you were shown in the game that Ashley Williams is not that competent as a military commander, mainly because, you know, her history, she's a great soldier, and even she says she's a great soldier, she's not a commander, she's not a leader, she's an awesome soldier, which is why she becomes a Spectre in the end and not anything else. Yeah, she's a soldier, and she wants you to go and save the council. It's a stupid thing to do. James Vega, if he was there, he would want to go and save the council. Yeah, because he's a soldier, he's stupid. Yeah, I'm not saying all soldiers are stupid. I'm just saying if you've been in the military for a long time and you haven't achieved the rank of, like, you know, a captain or commander, whatever, it's probably because you can't make those decisions. You can't be trusted to make those decisions, the life and death decisions. So, you know, whenever anyone says, "Oh, you should go and save the council," and if you don't, you're just a bigot. Well, you're just a moron. Sorry, but there's not even an opinion anymore. Like it's an absolutely ridiculous thing to say. Because not sacrificing the council puts your own people at risk. When I say own people, I don't mean humans. I mean like anyone who was attacking Harbinger at that time. It puts your own people at risk. To save 4 people, who, by the way, are easily replaced, and they are easily replaced later on in the games. They're easily replaced. Yeah, by the time Mass Effect 3 rolls around, they're literally replaced by stock stand-ins who could be anybody, really. Yeah. So, and by the way, it didn't look like the Destiny Ascension was going to be killed at the end of it. You know, the people were saying, "Oh, it looks like it's taking a pounding." No one knew it was going to explode. You know what I mean? It was like, it's the biggest warship in the Citadel fleet. If you wanted to build something like that, it should be able to stand up to the heat. And, yeah. Anyway, sacrificing them is the way to go, even if you're Paragon. Take Paragon and Renegade out of it. If you're a good commander, yeah, as your commander should be, yeah, if you're ruled by your heart and not your head, save the council. Cool. That's fine. But a good commander, a good general, would not be ruled by their heart. They would think, like, no. Minimal loss of life, and we need to stop the galaxy from being destroyed, so we do this. Yeah? Basically what we've been fighting for the entire time. Just wanted to say that. I know it was a bit ranty, but I've had a lot of people recently saying, "Oh, you should go and save the council," and if you don't, and they've all got some stupid reason for it. Like, you're a bigot if you don't. You're just racist, doesn't like aliens. It's like, oof. Anyway, now I'm going to shut up because you're going to watch the intro.
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for. Saving the Citadel, but leaving the Council to die. Humanity's place in the galaxy is stronger than ever, and still it's not enough.
Humans may control the Council, but Shepard remains our best hope.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers! Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Shepard!
Distress beacon is ready for launch.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle.
Joker's still in the cockpit. He won't evacuate. I'm not leaving either.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Shepard!
Get the hell out of here.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
light years ahead of one. In 18 months, this is an amazing job. And this is pretty shocking at the time as well. People who haven't played this part yet, like me. was very, very shocking. I spoiled it for myself though, so I played this part before I played 1. Yeah, stupid thing to do. I didn't know at the time. So yeah, can you imagine the shock people felt when they didn't know?
Mayday! 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 This is SSB Normandy!
You're about to see one of the best bits in the game, yeah.
We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy! Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
And you see planet up there. Love how the holographic display can't display because it's in a vacuum. You can actually knock around these. It's pretty eerie when you know you've been in here in the first game. You know what I mean? You've been here all the time, and now you're looking at this. Pretty eerie. But you can knock these around. It's pretty fun. I've been able to knock one of these out before. I don't know if anyone else has. Okay, nope. That one. Okay, that one should go. Is it going? Nope. You can knock them out. They go all the way up towards the planet. They go. Yep, there you go. Here it goes. The game does wait for you, by the way. You can be here forever if you want to. But I won't. I'll carry on now. Just wanted to show you that that was a really cool part. I love it. Put the chair out of the way.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's dead. Just like us if we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to... Oh no. They're coming around for another attack. Watch the arm.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
So there you go, quite a controversial start, considering the amount of time people put into Mass Effect 1. Very controversial. One thing that people normally don't see is that right at the end there, just before you get blasted into space, Shepard pushes the button to make sure that Joker's shuttle escapes his pod. Make sure that it fires. It's like that. I always thought that was a really nice touch, that the last heroic action that he does, or she. You know, when they know they're probably about to die, they still make the decision to desperately press the button before they get swept away. But anyway, we're going to accept the imported face because we made it, so there we go. We're going to be the Vanguard, that's what we were last time. There we go. Very traumatic that scene was for people who played the first game and didn't know it was coming.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson, he's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack. Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is under attack. There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
This pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from... Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Keep your head down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out! Keep moving, we need to get you to the shuttles. Shepard, security mechs are closing in on your position. Don't take any chances. Stay in cover while you take out those mechs.
Engaging target.
Nice work, Shepard.
Okay. And in here.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long. More reinforcements. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
They've seen us.
Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing great, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, free me. I've got them closing in on my position.
See this here. Checking it's fine. Looks fine.
Requesting assistance. Allied force casualty.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all his money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Okay, so it's a project to bring Shepard back. Should be safe in the wall somewhere. Oh, there we go. Shit. First one I've ever not done right. For years. Because of gas, probably. There we go. Sorry, man.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
I got him!
What are you doing here? Thought you were still a work in progress.
Are you with Miranda?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for—
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
Ever since I woke up, someone's been telling me where to go and what to do. I need answers.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Were there any other survivors from the Normandy?
I'll tell you what. You help me finish off these mechs, and I'll play 20 questions with you all day. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit him with the good stuff. Okay. I promised I'd answer your questions. What do you want to know?
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top security access to hack all the mechs.
So, what you've probably noticed already is Mark Mear's voice acting is a lot better. He does get much better as the games go on. And this character right here is Jacob, who is, let's say, not the most enthralling of characters.
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
Alright.
Alert.
This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Take that
Find us another route out of here.
Oh, God. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh, God. I'm hit! They shot me!
Okay.
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
The valve, this guy's being shot and Shepard just goes into another room. Immediately starts typing on the computer.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Okay.
Wilson's hurt bad.
Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Haven't known her long enough to trust her.
This project was Miranda's baby. She'd never sabotage it.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... You can overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles. That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project. The program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
So Cerberus is a very interesting choice to be in the second game. In that they're in the first game very, very little. They do appear, but not for long. Not at all.
Should I recognize that name?
Maybe that's a side effect of your recovery. You and Cerberus certainly have a history. According to the Alliance, we're a radical pro-human splinter group. You wiped out several of our research bases. But things change. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man? Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah. That's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
I don't care what his name is. He just needs to answer my questions. All of them.
He spent a lot of money and time bringing you back. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to tell you whatever you want to know.
Good. Another 900 credits.
Subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Jesus. Got a lot of stuff wrong with him then. So the way that you come back in Mass Effect 2 is very video gamey. It's very, it's not handled great. There are other ways and means that you could use to do it, but it's fine. It works. Though essentially they wanted to hit the reset button on Shepard. They wanted to make sure that new people coming in would be able to, relate to him or her. And of course, the Shepard after Mass Effect 1 wouldn't really work because the story they wanted to tell was more of an Empire Strikes Back feeling where you're the bottom of the bottom again. And as an Alliance hero, it wouldn't really work. So they reset it. It's fine. Which is fine.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
It's quite... Yvonne Strahovski's a really good actress because at the start of this game, I often thought that, she was just not that good at voice acting when they first started. And this is why she's very cold and very monotone. But the actual reason is that this is all recorded all higgledy-piggledy. And so they actually recorded her starting lines, at the end of the project, or in the middle somewhere. Looking at the making of documentary. So she was doing this monotone voice, and she was asked why is she doing the monotone voice, and she said, well, I'm doing this voice because at the start of the game, she is an Ice Queen. She's an agent. Doesn't trust anybody, Soon later on, where she starts getting a bit of personality, which I think shows her chops as an actress.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on. Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you were a colony kid. Lost your parents when slavers hit Mindwar. You enlisted and led troops during some heavy fighting, most notably on Torfin. Do you remember taking on some Batarian slavers?
Those bastards were dug in deep in a fortified bunker. I sent a lot of good soldiers to their deaths. That's how it had to be.
You got the job done. That's all that matters. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility, you had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
Being in command means that sometimes you give orders knowing that your people are gonna die. That can't affect your decisions. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
Shepard, think back to the Citadel, after the Council died on the Destiny Ascension and you killed Saren. What happened next?
With the Council dead, humanity stepped into power. We formed a new Council. I recommended Captain Anderson to lead it.
Yes, Captain Anderson is now Counselor Anderson. Though from what I hear, he preferred life in the military.
Still, good to know that the human council member isn't going to put politics ahead of defense.
Your memory seems solid. There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Wasn't really sure that shuttles could go faster than the speed of light in this, but obviously they can.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Did you see that dude over there waving his arm around?
I wouldn't keep the elusive man waiting.
The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
I'm not going to customize it just yet.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
From what I hear, I cost you a fortune. Why'd you do it?
For the defense and preservation of humanity. I didn't spend 2 years and billions of credits bringing you back to serve as a common soldier. But humanity is up against the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory still intact. How are you feeling?
I noticed a few upgrades. I hope you didn't replace anything really important.
We tried to keep you as intact as possible. We need Shepard, just as you were when you defeated Sovereign.
What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
So the elusive man is voiced by Martin Sheen, who is Charlie Sheen's dad. Really good actor. He was in Apocalypse Now, in loads of movies. Yeah, veteran actor. The reason why Shepard isn't being nasty to him is because he literally brought him back from the dead. So he's like, one, he's kind of grateful, and two, he's like, well, you know, I want to find out what's going on. So
you could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment. You're more than a soldier. You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me
You're
back.
unique. Used to. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have
If
to
this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
The Alliance is overwhelmed by the responsibility you gave them. They're too busy building relations to put resources into verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
If you're after the Reapers, just point me in the right direction.
Miranda was worried you'd be resistant. She's not usually wrong. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
What do you think I'll find there?
If I knew that, I wouldn't need to send you. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Let's do this. Okay. Hello.
The elusive man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
I can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
What's the matter, Lawson? Worried you're not his favorite anymore?
I've proven my value to the elusive man. Let's hope you're able to do the same.
Are you naturally this bitchy, or is it just me?
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely unremarkable. Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How old were you?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Fair enough.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
You're part of Cerberus. I'll be keeping an eye on you, too.
Fair enough. I can't expect you to trust me just because I ask you. I'll just have to earn that trust.
Brilliant thing to say. There's a lot of characters in new BioWare. Trust me, if you'd have said that to a new BioWare character, they'd get all pissy with you and say you should just trust me. I'm a good person. Whereas, you know, somebody like Jacob, he's a man. He's a dude, you know? When I say a man, I mean like a female can be a man in that way. You know, I don't trust you, I've just met you. And they go, yeah, sure. Guess we'll just have to earn it. You know, trust is earned.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative. They hired independent starship captains and used them for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference. So much of what we did in the Alliance seemed pointless. I thought things would change after the attack on the Citadel. The old council was dead, and humanity took control of the new one. But nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission a team to write a report to figure out what the hell to do about it. We just go and find out.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
Set out. This is the mission complete screen. You're going to be seeing a lot of this as we go through the game. Shepard escaped attack on the facility along with operatives Taylor and Lawson. Facility destroyed by remote detonation. Salvage teams will ensure no incriminating data survived. Per Miranda's recommendation, and running security sweeps on other cells to ensure that Wilson was our only mole. Regardless of the cost, Project Lazarus was a success. Shepard is back. These are all the things we got from our last playthrough. Because this is a new account, I've had this up to like 36,000 before. Because obviously, you know, you get more XP the more playthroughs you do of the last game.
We should be there shortly, Shepard. The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses, not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. And we've got no target to go after.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second-guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in charge, you're in charge.
We're gonna find out who did this and take him down. Nothing gets in our way. Am I clear?
Perfectly, Commander.
Good to have you here, Shepard. Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
fabs.
Strange.
Rerouting power. Battle systems engaged.
Make activity. Shoot them before they take out the shield. One left. Perfect.
Hostile. I should have recognized us as human.
Someone reprogrammed them to attack on sight. We're not alone here.
The mechs in this game don't really change from the last one, to be honest with you. They act very much like the Geth from the last game, to be honest. One thing I will say about Mass Effect is that it takes a lot of things from other sci-fi genres, settings, sorry. So you'll get a lot of people saying, "Oh," a lot of brainless fans saying, "Oh, that's copied Mass Effect." No, it didn't. Mass Effect copied everything else and injected Bioware's really good writing into it. That's basically what it did. It took ideas from every single big sci-fi thing out
They
there.
see you, Shepard.
Yeah, lost shield.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances with Cerberus operatives.
Put those weapons down! Shepard? Is that... you're alive?
Talizora, you served on my ship. You know what I do to people who threaten me.
Praza, tell your team to put their weapons away.
Damn it, Tali, this is bullshit. Why would your old commander work for Cerberus?
I don't know. But if this is Shepard, I don't know. Shepard would have a reason.
Cerberus rebuilt me, but I'm not taking their orders. We can discuss the specifics once I know why you're here.
One of our people was here on pilgrimage. His name was Vitor. We came to find him.
Everyone else is dead. What makes you think Vitor survived?
We saw him when we landed.
You saw him? Then why isn't he with you already?
Vitor was injured, and he was always, nervous.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship. Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. See you on the far side.
I always find it funny how Shepard's teammates just turn up out of nowhere.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them.
Ready. Rerouting power.
Can't even get started, what the hell?
use overload on them.
Taking heavy fire.
Enemy down! Yes!
Yeah! Got him! Stun him!
Shepard, Praza and his squad rushed on ahead. I told them to wait, but they wouldn't listen. They want to find Vitor and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on. We can still catch them. Target down! Shotgun!
Enemy down!
Right, Shepard. We are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vito first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take point. Taking cover!
Going to ground! That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down. Overload will take out their shield.
Assessment requested.
Awesome. 3,000's quite a lot.
Now what's this?
It never runs very quickly. You can't run for very long. That's another thing that is very, very strange about the game.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Okay.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No, 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 no.
Vitor?
No Vitor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Great. We come all this way and our only witness is a babbling idiot.
Swarms coming. Storm coming. Storm of swarms. Mech.
I thought when it first happened he was going to kill him when I first played it.
Not one of them. You're human. They didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his Enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Elusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I'm still trying to accept that you're even alive, and you're with Cerberus. I've got responsibilities now. I've got a mission of my own. I can't walk away from that. Not even for you.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tally will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Very much like the first game, that Shepard's looking at a video feed of the enemy of the game.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
The data from his Omnitool should be quite useful.
We're still analyzing it. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the collectors getting from these deals?
The collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
I hate waiting, but I'll need a team. A good one.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Garrus Vicari?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Erdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you could convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
So you can be a dick to him here? I don't see the point. He's giving you really good info. You need to get past those swarms. That should be the first thing you're working on.
Sounds good. What else?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
The guy got me
Hey,
killed.
Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Elusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
Collectors confirmed a source of attacks on freedom of progress. Korean survivor Vitor returned with Talizora to the American fleet. We'll examine his Omni tool data for anything useful. Cool.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, mostly. Plus that incident with the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Use the galaxy map to pick new destinations for the Normandy. Cool. Use your private terminal to get status updates on your squad. Select weapons for your squad from the armory. Use the elevator to access the Normandy's other decks. Go to your personal cabin to customize your appearance. Acquire the Professor's research upgrades for your squad's equipment. So I can't tell you how absolutely exciting it was to run around this new Normandy. You know, really is pretty amazing. I'm going to wait for all this to update. And that'll be the end of this part. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.